Hello and welcome. I'm Lorianne Lumby with Authentic Freedom Academy, and this is our Friday weekly spiritual service. Today is Friday, April 9th, and I'll tell you the theme when we get there. So let's take a few moments to arrive here today, whether you're here live or watching this video on your own. I invite you to close your eyes. To begin by drawing your awareness to your breathing. Following your breath with your mind as you draw it in. And as you give it release. As you draw it in. And as you give it release. Allowing the rhythm of your breathing to draw you deeper and deeper within yourself. Letting go of any worry or fretfulness. Letting go of your to-do list. And any preoccupations. Allowing yourself to arrive in this moment, in this space. And taking a moment to connect with your own personal reason for being here today. As you continue to follow that breathing with your mind's eye, let us rest in silence for a few minutes, allowing ourselves to fully arrive at this space. From that place of interconnectedness, I invite you to listen to these words. This is an excerpt from the Gnostic text, Thunder, Perfect Mind. I am the beginning and the end. I am honored and scorned. I am the prostitute and the saint. I am married and a maiden. I am the mother and the daughter. I am the limbs of my mother. I am barren and my children are many. I am she who married magnificently and I have no husband. I am the one who brings children and I do not bear children. I am the consolation of labor pains. I am the bride and the bridegroom, and my husband brought me forth. I am my father's mother and my husband's sister, and he is my child. I am the incomprehensible silence and the idea often brought to mind. I am the voice sounding out through the world and the word appearing everywhere. I am the sound of my name, for I am knowledge and ignorance. I am shame and bravery. I am without shame, and I am full of shame. I am power and I am trepidation. I am conflict and peace. Listen to me, for I am the scandalous and the magnificent one. In this excerpt from Thunder Perfect Mind, it is the mother who speaks. The ancient, eternal mother that has been given many names. The Egyptians call her Isis, the Sumerians Inanna. In the Hindu tradition, she goes by many names: Shakti, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, Kali, and so many more. She is the divine mother of the Hebrew tradition, known as Asherah, Chochmah, Gevurah, Bina. The Shekinah. She is the mother that is the creatrix of all things. She is the mother that is meant to dwell within us, the mother that we are called to embody. She is the holy bride. She is the whore of Babylon. She is Eve and Lilith. The Magdalene is the embodiment of the mother. Mother Mary and Anna are embodiments of the mother. She is the word, she is the witness, she is wisdom. She is compassion and mercy. She is magnificent and terrible. Terrible when we see her fierce face, when we are invited into the darkness, when we stand at the threshold between life and death. She is the guardian of the passageways and the keeper of the sacred fire. This mother has been carrying, accompanying, calling, provoking, compelling us forth in our journeys, calling us to move beyond, to move through and beyond all of the cultural conditioning and teachings and structures and systems that have set her aside, that have called her demon or whore or the cause of original sin. All of those systems, hierarchies, patriarchies that have attempted to destroy the mother, attempted to usurp her, to remove her from her throne, her sovereignty, her place of power. For 5,000 years or more, we have been living in a world that has forgotten the mother. Her whispers are there, and we might glimpse her from time to time. And for the last many years, we have been hearing her cries. These cries that live within each and every one of us. It is a cry that I personally feel in the pit of my solar plexus, a place of profound emptiness and longing, a place that energetically and sometimes physically feels as if it is in excruciating pain. A pain that feels as if it cannot be satisfied. This emptiness, this vacancy, the more I approach it, the more I am becoming aware that it is the mother calling us home. This calling is for both men and women, but it has been my experience that women are more attentive, perhaps more attentive, more aware of that calling at this time in our human evolution. Because we are the ones whose suffering is most obvious. Suffering that has been taking place specifically because of the lack of the mother. It is as if the very seed of our existence has been wrested from us. And we ache with a longing that perhaps we have not been able to identify until now. We have been moving through this transition, this journey, that for the last several weeks has been increasingly about the call of the mother. And that calling is manifesting in so many different ways. One of which is an increasing intolerance or patience for, to put it bluntly, patriarchal bullshit. More and more and more, I am hearing the women around me complaining about this power and control that we have suffered under, and very verbally and forcefully, strongly saying no more. Setting firm and decisive boundaries around all of the faces of patriarchal fear, power, and control. Saying no to manipulation, saying no to codependency, saying no to people that can't do their own thing because they're so dependent on women taking care of them. So many of us are done agreeing to those old conditioned contracts, and rightfully so. Because the mother is calling to be reborn. And she is asking to be reborn in and through us. Hang on, okay. Sorry. Got interrupted by a kid for a second. The mother is calling to be born in and through us. And the words and imagery that came through very clearly this past week, the words are kind of funny, but the words are, Mama wants in. Mama wants in. This is the Divine Mother saying, clear a space within you for me to dwell. Let me inside your being. Let me live in and through you. Let me be your source of power. Let me carry you and support you. Let me give you courage. Let me help you move through your fears and to set appropriate boundaries around the imprisonment of the patriarchy. Let her in. And the image that I have seen along with that request is an opening of our crown, an opening at the top of our head for the mother to come in. And what I'm being called to say in regards to that is that that entrance of divine power can be disconcerting at first. It can be disorienting. It can cause dizziness, anxiety, fear, trembling, worry. That disorientation is several layers. There are several layers to that disorientation. Part of that disorientation is simply our bodies adjusting from the human energies of the ego, or just simply our human energies, and allowing itself to adjust to a different kind of vibration. A vibration that is more authentic to our original nature, but perhaps a vibration that is unfamiliar or that we have seen only in glimpses. That disorientation, especially the anxiety and fear, can also be that shifting through the aspects of our human nature that are still in place, especially those that are born of woundedness or conditioning or ego. That anxiety, in a sense, is the death or loss of the aspects of our humanness that are no longer supportive of where we're being called. That anxiety is natural and normal, but definitely uncomfortable. So when we allow ourselves to open to that infusion of the mother, we have to give ourselves time and space to adjust. We have to be gentle with ourselves and allow ourselves to move slowly and to protect this energy. As we allow ourselves to receive the Divine Mother within ourselves and allowing that divinity to become more fully embodied, we might protect ourselves from the vagrant energies of the human experience around us. We might stay indoors for a few days. We might seek solitude. We might search out a place in nature where we feel safe and held and comforted, surrounded by the very body of the mother. Mama wants in, and it is our opportunity to allow that transformation. To allow that transformation so that the Divine Mother can once again be honored as holy and sacred. And in honoring the Holy Mother, elevating womanhood, restoring womanhood to its rightful, sacred, and holy place. And as we allow the feminine to take its rightful place of honor, this then allows the unholy or toxic masculine to set aside that toxicity, to seek out the gentle comfort of the mother. Finding that place of softness within themselves, where once again, male and female, masculine and feminine, all that is sacred within humanity and all expressions of human experience and orientation, where they can all come into harmony again as we were originally created. Mama wants in. And it is our opportunity to be those vessels through which her power and presence is given physical form.